Once upon a time in the vast and rugged Australian outback, a peculiar war broke out, one that would go down in history as the Emu War. It was the early 1930s, and life was challenging for the hard-working farmers of Western Australia. Their fields were abundant with valuable crops, but there was a formidable foe threatening their livelihoods. Emus, large flightless birds with a reputation for being curious and relentless, had descended upon the farmlands in great numbers. They came in waves like an unstoppable force, devouring everything in their path. The farmers' crops were being laid waste, and their frustration grew with each passing day. Desperate for a solution, the farmers turned to the government for help. The authorities responded by sending a small military contingent armed with 2 Lewis machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition to wage war on the emus. The soldiers were confident their firepower would swiftly deal with the feathered invaders. The battle began, but it quickly turned into a farcical spectacle. The emus, it seemed, were no pushovers. They scattered in all directions, zigzagging and dodging the bullets, displaying a level of agility that was nothing short of astonishing. To make matters worse, the machine guns jammed frequently, leaving the soldiers frustrated and bewildered. As weeks passed, it became clear that the emus were winning the war. The soldiers had no choice but to admit defeat. The emus simply strutted away, seemingly victorious, while the soldiers retreated in embarrassment. The Emu War became a legendary tale, not because of its epic battles or heroic feats, but for its sheer absurdity. It served as a reminder that sometimes, nature has its way of humbling even the most well-equipped and determined humans. Years later, the farmers would look back on the Emu War with a mixture of amusement and resignation. They learned to coexist with the emus, finding alternative methods to protect their crops. And while the Emu War might not have been a triumph for the soldiers, it certainly provided the world with a story that would be retold with laughter for generations to come. A tale of the day when soldiers went to war against a force of nature and were outwitted by the emus of the Australian outback. Don't forget to like and subscribe.